Okay, but here we're gonna run into a roadblock because that second verse is totally different. We really fucked up. You guys, this isn't working!
Every episode, we give a band the lyrics to a song they've never heard before, and they have just 1 hour to write and record their own original version. This is Blind Covers. Oh, blah, I didn't see you there. I'm just here with my friend Kaylin West of Tiny Stills. How's it going?
It's good. How are you doing?
I'm sorry to hear that your distant uncle recently passed, and his will dictated that you had to do a haunted web series for you to inherit his vast fortune.
I know, what a crazy thing.
But welcome, and I hope you make it through the episode alive. What's your favorite Halloween costume you've ever worn?
When I was in 7th grade, I was in the Halloween parade, and I was a lightning bug, and I had a glow-up butt. My dad rigged up my butt to glow with, like, lights. And I almost won Best Costume, but I got beat out by a girl who took a cardboard cutout and, like, I think she was, like, someone from the Titanic. Like, she was pretending to be someone from the Titanic, and she was on, like, a movie screen, and she beat me.
That's infuriating.
I know.
The judges always fall for a topical costume, and...
bullshit.
Yeah. Also, my dad rigged up my butt to glow sounds like a folksy Southern aphorism for getting spanked. Like,
please don't quote that out of context in your little snippets.
What's the best memory you have of making music?
I started playing music I'm from Pennsylvania, and I just remember my first band that I was ever in. It was me and a drummer, and we used to go to his house, and we would just play in his like basement area, but it was attached to the rest of his house. So his mom and dad were very patient with us because we would have like 5-hour-long band practices, and it was brutal. We didn't know what we were doing, you know?
That's a lot of practice for a high school band in your house.
We were very committed for not having shows and or a fan base. I just remember we would get really sweaty and tired after 5 hours, and we would go and we would lay outside on his grass and look up, and we would talk about how awesome we were.
That's the kind of confidence that you need as a high school musician.
We really had confidence built on absolutely nothing.
Did you have your own band logo?
No.
I feel like that's the first thing that comes with like a confident high school musician is, all right, first we got to get a logo, then we got to learn how to play our instruments.
Listen, I have some news for you, and it's that we didn't even have a band name.
Whoa.
So, totally unfounded confidence in every aspect.
Some jerks just doing it because you loved making music?
I know, fuck us.
My next question and final question, are you ready to find out what song you're going to be covering?
I am dying to find out.
All right, let's find out.
Okay.
If you recognize it, you've got to tell me.
I don't know this one.
You don't?
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yep.
There you go. Tone, you got it?
Yeah, it's not gonna do anything for me, but I got it.
It's not gonna do anything for you. Okay.
I don't pay attention to words.
I feel like the structure is this is the chorus right here, the hubcaps, and every time it ends in Lovecraft in Brooklyn, that's the chorus, because it goes like verse, chorus, and then this is like a bridge.
Bridge, verse, chorus.
Yeah.
It's a wordy song for not knowing how it goes.
It's really wordy. So just as a vibe situation, it feels like kind of summery to me. I feel like tempo is going to be one of our most important things because it is so wordy. Everyone's out here on the street. Like, this is just like I'm faking it.
Yeah.
But somebody open up the generator, wrote it on it on the sheets. Then send it, take what I can get.
It's gotta have a cool riff.
It's gotta have a cool riff after it, right?
So maybe we make the refrain
Don't you think?
musical.
Yeah, like how can we make it so that part really pushes? AJ, you're like harmonic guy. Like how can we make it so that part kind of goes like?
Like that. Let's just do that. That was sick.
Tone, what do you think? Does that sound like a place to start?
I don't have much to contribute until I have a direction here. So.
Till you have an erection?
Yeah, I need to be real hard before I can do anything.
Let's maybe keep it super simple in those verses and see how we can make that hubcaps part cool.
Yeah, I think, like leading up, even that last line of that verse.
Lovecraft
I should
and
start like
Brooklyn.
lifting there a bit.
You know what? You saying that, Tony, makes me think like we have to get to that D, the 5 chord, because I feel like in Brooklyn. I feel like it's got to have that kind of resolve in it.
I think you should go back up to the D. Companionship is where you find it, so I take what I can get.
Yeah, that's why I guess they're going up there instead of down.
That'll work.
I like going
117.
hubcaps on the chorus like house mirrors.
Yeah, that's
That
cool.
kind of thing.
And then Lovecraft in Brooklyn can be its whole own thing. Like we can just, that whole thing can just be a chorus.
To the shadows when I can.
Just keep holding it.
What is that? What does that mean? Lovecraft, like the author, like love. Well, we should figure it out. Like Lovecraft, that's like the author?
I feel like they're talking about like all the different ways they fall in love in Brooklyn. They don't feel at home in Rhode Island. Rhode Island drops into the ocean, no place to call home anymore. Lovecraft in Brooklyn. Like they're making the best out of what they have in Brooklyn, even though
It just
They
feels
don't
like one of
feel
those
at home
songs where
there.
someone's telling me a story that I wasn't there for.
yeah, it does kind of feel like that. Okay, but here we're gonna run into a roadblock because that second verse is totally different. When the sun goes down, the armies of the voiceless, several 100,000 strong.
This is a wordy song.
It's a lot of words.
It's probably a slow song.
We really fucked up. You guys, this isn't working. Just kidding.
You can do that other verse with the
I'll
way
just
we were
squeeze
doing
it in,
I think
right?
it could be done. I'm doing it in my head. I feel like
We'll
it
do
works.
some pickups. Let's just make it that hook something cool, but we'll make it kind of moody. Like if you go like. But you have like. Something like cool, like really kind of moody, and we can like
Sure.
keep it simple. But I think there's also a really cool drum beat in there too. Like.
You got that?
Do you got that? Yeah. You
Could
know,
you write that out?
Can I fax it to you?
Yeah, you still have my fax number?
Then we kind of combine that idea of having an instrumental hook and the song title, and we kind of make that the cool thing. But it's got to have some kind of cool rhythmic thing that's different than the
Ooh,
verses.
that's cool.
Because you're doing a lot of words, so like doing a long, like chorus like that. Or whatever you want it to be, like that'd be a cool chorus just to do it twice. Lovecraft in Brooklyn, and then do it one more time. And then next verse.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's cool. That feels like a bridge, and then it goes into a verse and then the chorus at the end.
Cool. What are the lyrics on the bridge?
Head outside most every day to try and keep the wolves away. Imagine nice things I might say if company should come.
And how many chords do you see fitting over this bridge?
I see like 2 chords,
Okay.
just like super simple. Head outside most every day. Try to keep the wolves away. I feel like we have to leave the space because the verses are just crammed with words.
Arrangement idea could be like
Hit me.
pause, head outside most every day, and then maybe like we hit on the second chord with like a halftime thing.
That could be cool.
I'm doing something bad to my mic.
Halftime there.
Head outside most blocku blocku.
Can we also try one thing of the drums on the on the hubcaps part? The like. Can you do like a surf beat just on one of the bars, like
Oh yeah.
just on one of them maybe? And then just go back to what you know.
Okay. Try
We
it.
can just try. I just think that would be cool.
I'm not gonna play anything because I gotta work on these words.
Surf rock, man.
All right, are you guys ready? Okay, hey everybody, we're Tiny Stills, and we think this song is called Lovecraft in Brooklyn. We think.
It's gonna be too hot to breathe today. Everybody's out here on the streets. Somebody's opened up the fire hydrant, cold water rushing out in the sheets. Something in a Marcus Allen shirt shop to buy myself a switchblade. Someday something's coming from way out beyond the stars to kill us while we stand here and store our brains in mason jars. And then the door behind the counter, she asked me how I feel today. I feel like Lovecraft in Brooklyn. I feel like Lovecraft in Brooklyn. Yeah, I feel like Lovecraft in Brooklyn.
So how did that feel?
Scary.
Spooky.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Altogether ooky.
So when you first read through the lyrics, what was your initial reaction to them?
I think a couple of us immediately saw the Marcus Allen line and for some reason immediately went to hip hop then. I think my brain just thought Marcus Allen, Raiders, NWA. But clearly that's not what it is.
Yeah, I went folk song.
Very different.
Very different. I went the opposite direction. What do you guys think?
Because there were so many lyrics in the verses, I feel
Yeah.
like it's a much slower song.
Yeah.
Maybe like a singer-songwriter, like piano ballad.
Let's take a listen.
Okay. I'm excited. What? You guys, we nailed it.
This actually sounds vaguely familiar to me. Oh, this is
Oh.
Mountain Goats?
Yeah, it's the Mountain
Yeah.
Goats.
I was kind
Which-
of right with my guess
You were.
of the genre.
Also makes sense for how all of these weird words got fit into a song.
Totally. It's very Mountain Goats. Dude, it's not unlike what we did.
It's not that different.
It's not that different.
While also being very different.
Yeah, I think in retrospect, I have heard this song. My thing is, I don't pay attention to lyrics.
It makes sense that it's a band that does a kind of like spoken.
Yeah.
Like there's a melody to it, but it's very.
It's very Talking Heads.
Yeah, Talking Heads or Cake or a band like that. Well, that's a very cool bridge.
Whoa. Yeah. Dude,
Hell yeah.
we kind of did something similar like that.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of that bridge.
Yeah, that was a cool bridge.
It's cool and it's not something we couldn't have written.
If we had had an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah. I like the way he fit the words in the verses much better than the way I did.
It's almost like he wrote them or something.
It's almost like he had a plan.
I'd like to see him play a Tiny Stills song he hadn't heard.
That's right, motherfucker.
It'd probably be cool.
It would probably be cooler than
Probably
mine
would
too.
definitely be cool.
It's been 15 to 17 months.
Yes. That's crazy. They're great.
You handled the task of having like hyper-specific lyrics thrown at you.
It's very specific.
You handled it great.
I'm curious if anyone else is having this happen right now. Do you remember what ours sounds like?
I don't remember how
Right?
ours goes.
Out of my head.
The lights. Hey, what happened to Mitch?
Mitch hasn't been around these parts in nigh 15 years.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching Blind Covers. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon below. I know it's a cliche, but it helps us a lot, and it only takes a second. Also, if you want to help us pick the songs that get covered on the show and get downloads of the covers each month, consider backing us on Patreon. Every dollar helps, and it's the only way that we can keep making the show. Also, next month, we're going to be at the Rhino in North Kansas City doing a session with Matt Pryor from the Get Up Kids. Holy crap! It's gonna rule, and we hope to see you there. Bye, I love you.